Hello and welcome back to IXL tutorials. This is Mr. Duffick and today we are doing IXL E1, which is just review of how the coordinate plane works. So all these problems just kind of give you some points. And right here we have points R, S, Q, T, and they ask you, which point is where. They ask you for the coordinates of some points of one point. It just kind of depends on the question. So here they ask you for the coordinates of point R. R is right here. Remember, every coordinate is an x comma y value, so where it is on the x-axis and where it is on the y-axis. So on the x-axis, R is on -4, and on the y-axis, R is at 0, right? It's on the x-axis, so that's just 0, and that's it. Okay, point V. V is right here. On the x-axis, it's at 0. And on the y-axis, it's going to be at +4. So it's going to be 0, 4. Great. Okay, let me jump a couple levels. Graph the point 7, -1 on the coordinate plane. Okay. So we start with the x. We go to +7, which is right here. And then -1 on the y. So we just go down 1. That's going to be 7, -1. Graph the point -3, +4. Okay, so we start here at the origin. We go to -3, and then we go +4. Okay. Graph -4, -10. Okay. We go to -4, and then go down to -10. X, then y. Okay, and then let's jump a level. Graph the points 5, -6, and -7, -4. Okay, so we'll go to 5, +5, and then -6, and then -7 and -4. So these are just the same problems, except now they're asking you to do 2. Not a big deal. Same deal. Yeah, let's jump another level. Same thing, except now they're asking you to do points, 2.5 or decimals, I should say. Okay, if the point y, x is in quadrant 1, which the following must be true. Okay, so what I will note is, here's a basic graph. Quadrant 1 is going to be the quadrant at the top right. Quadrant 2 is over here, top left. Quadrant 3 is the bottom left, and quadrant 4 is the bottom right. If you remember rotations and stuff, you know that we start here at 0 degrees and up here to 90, then over here to 180, then 270, 360, and infinity. You can think of it this way. So we start here at 0, we go through the first quadrant, go to 90, go through the second quadrant, go to 180. So that's what they're talking about when they're talking about quadrants. So if the point x comma y is quadrant 1, which of the following must be true? Well, if we go back here, quadrant 1, the x is always going to be positive, and the y is also going to be positive, no matter where you go in quadrant 1. Okay, so x has to be greater than 0, and y has to be greater than 0. That is correct. Good. Okay, if x equals 0 and y is greater than 0, then where is it located, on the x or the y? Okay. Let's go back then. Let me steal a graph. Okay. So if x equals 0 and y is greater than 0. So when x equals 0, it means it has to be on the y-axis right here, right? And then we're saying y has to be greater than 0, so it has to be up here, specifically, like up here. So it's just going to be on the y-axis. If the point x comma y is on the x-axis, which of the following must be true? Okay. So if it's on the x-axis, that means that y is always going to be equal to 0, right? No matter where you are on the x-axis, y is going to be equal to 0. You're always going to be on the same plane that way. Okay, and that's where I'm going to stop Actually, I'll just do this one more. So x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0. Where is the point located? Okay, so you know x has to be greater than 0 and y, so we already established that's going to be quadrant 1. Okay, that's where I'm going to stop. So study hard, stay safe, and I'll see you next time on IXL tutorials. Goodbye.